Speak.
Sign up.
Put your name there to speak.
If you don't get out to do something, the competition doing something, I think they don't, you don't care about them. They don't work things to have
Okay, we're at 8:35 p.m. Public inputs and here callers. If anybody's speaking on behalf of the pipeline or about the pipeline, I'd ask to speak at the time we get to that agenda. If somebody else has something else they want to speak beforehand. Is anybody signed on the sign-up sheet? Is it something other than the pipeline?
I have something for both.
Well, at this point, let's hear from public input and hear callers on other than the pipeline.
I'm here to protest the movement of county records from the courthouse to Charleston. And I'm also have a positive thing. I want you to build some more space for both the circuit clerk and the county clerk. When I go into the circuit clerk, which I go on pretty frequent occasions, I sometimes will ask for records that they have to go downstairs or somewhere to get. And I don't even like that. I think they should all be on the same level. And then when I find out that you all are going to take the clerk's office, and Missy says take the metal boxes up there that contain the original stuff. She said the other day, I went to see her, she said there was nothing in those boxes that isn't in the record in the books. Well, I took that pretty well and thought about it, and then I realized, is the plan for the county commission in the clerk's office, are you guys planning to stack the books any higher? Because the space that you would save there will be above the level of people using it. And I don't think people should have to climb a ladder to get their records. And I think it's very important that this county commission meets its duty, which is to supply the proper amount of space. And we can't let this go on much longer because it's getting too crowded. The circuit clerk's office is already too crowded, even though they have found space conserving places. But the county clerk's office is an office that we citizens can go in and access the books ourselves. Now, I'm going to admit that I've never looked in those canisters at the top. I kind of thought maybe they were somehow a little extra sacred, and so I didn't. But now Missy says that those are the originals. I didn't know that. The rest are copies. The law says whenever I come to the courthouse, I have a right to make a copy. And it doesn't say anything that I know of about a copy of a copy. And so I feel very strongly that you guys need to do it immediately to get more space for Missy and more space for the circuit court. I know you can afford it. That's not a question. You've got a bricks and mortar fund that's been set aside, so it's there. You're able to pay a county attorney. You can put space for our records, and I want to see that happen. I think that's it.
Thank you for your input. If there no one else has anything.
I want to, excuse me, just quickly, I'd like to chime in on the same one. It took me by, kind of shocked me to see some suggestion that some portion of the records were going to be moved. I think it's very important that all of the public records relating to Pocahontas County be here and accessible in Pocahontas County. I personally don't care if I have to go in the basement or climb a ladder, but I think they need to be here. It's kind of interesting to remember that in the Declaration of Independence, one of the charges made against the king was that he was convening public assemblies at locations distant from and inconvenient to the repositories of public records. It's part of our tradition of self-government that the people need to have convenient access to their public records. I know I've had a lot of fun and generated a certain amount of benefit digging through old deeds I think it's very important that we keep our history here by whatever means is necessary. And in fact, if somebody in fact tries to move them, I think the code is clear that they do need to be here, and the county commission does need to provide space for them. And I suppose that some legal action will follow to try to stop their exploitation out of the county. I think it's very important to take it.
May I add something to John's comment? Gentlemen, this is a removable thing. I'm going to tell you something real straight and real public. If one of those records goes out of here and I find it, I will have a petition so fast it'll make your head spin against Jamie Walker, Dave McLaughlin, and Bill Beard. You decide what you want to do, but you're going to keep our records here. You don't have to build any more space. Missy will take care of that. But if you don't decide to build more space, someday you'll run out. And it may not be you guys here when it happens. So keep that in mind. I'm serious, Dave.
Okay, we're already past 8:45. At this time, 8:45 a.m., Robert Orndorff, Dominion Resource Incorporated, discussion and interaction, presentation of proposed Atlantic Coast Pipeline alternate route.
Good morning, Commissioners. How are you today? As promised in the past, as we've made changes to our pipeline route and an update on our pipeline, I will be here to provide you information and answer questions that you may have. And Commissioner Walker, I apologize because I didn't bring you any jerky, and I know I said last time I would do that, but I've been pretty busy. Several weeks ago, we made an announcement. We made a filing at the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and announced that we were looking at a reroute. The map that I just gave you is on our web page on the FERC docket, and I had previously sent that to you. And I'm here kind of to answer any questions that